Welcome to RCE. Today I would like to discuss about solving systems of linear equations. So here the main contents are rank of a matrix, echelon form of a matrix and normal form of a matrix. So before going to these contents, first we will discuss about some of the basic definitions. So what is meant by a matrix? A system of mn numbers, the numbers may be real or complex numbers, arranged in the form of an ordered set. Ordered set means here m number of rows and n number of columns will be there, and we will insert those numbers within square brackets or open brackets or parallel bars. So this arrangement is called a matrix of order m by n. So example, here I have arranged certain elements in a row and in the columns. So the first row, the elements are A11, A12, so on A1n. If we observe all the elements, the first suffix is 1. That indicates that all the elements are in the first row. Next, second row elements A21, A22, so on A2n. Like that, last row, the elements are AM1, AM2, so on AMN. So if you count, there are m rows and n columns. So that's why the matrix is having order m by n. We may write that matrix as small aij of order m by n, where 1 less than or equal to I less than or equal to m, 1 less than or equal to j less than or equal to n. That means the elements are totally, we have arranged those elements in m rows and n columns. Now coming to the order of the matrix, the number of rows and columns represents the order of the matrix. So in the above example, what is the order of the matrix? It is m by n, where m is the number of rows and n is number of columns. And let us see different types of matrices. First one is row matrix. A matrix having only one row is called a row matrix. Example 1, 2, 3. Here the order of the matrix is 1 by 3. Here it is having one row and 3 columns. Coming to the column matrix. So the matrix having only one column is called a column matrix. Example, the column matrix 1, 1, 2. So here only one column is there, but 3 rows are there. Next, so coming to null matrix. So A is equal to Aij of order m by n, such that Aij is equal to 0 for all I and j. That means each and every element of the matrix is 0. Then A is called a 0 matrix. It is denoted by 0 of order m by n. Next, rectangular matrix. If A is equal to Aij of order m by n and m not equal to n, that means the number of rows and the number of columns are not equal, then the matrix is called a rectangular matrix. So here the matrix first row 1, -1, 2, second row 2, 3, 4 is an example for a 2 by 3 rectangular matrix. Coming to a square matrix. If A is equal to Aij of order m by n and m is equal to n, then A is called a square matrix. So example, first row 1, 1, second row 2, 2. So it is a 2 by 2 matrix, hence it is an example for a square matrix. Next, lower triangular matrix. So a square matrix A, that is Aij of order n by n, is said to be a lower triangular matrix if Aij is equal to 0, if I less than j. That is, all the elements lying above the principal diagonal are all zeros. Then the matrix is known as lower triangular matrix. So the example, first row 4, 0, 0, second row 5, 2, 0, third row 7, 3, 6 is an example for a lower triangular matrix. If you observe that matrix 4, 2, 6, they are the elements in the principal diagonal. Above these 4, 2, 6, all the elements are equal to zeros. So it is a lower triangular matrix. Now coming to upper triangular matrix, a square matrix A is equal to Aij of order n by n is said to be upper triangular matrix if Aij is equal to 0 if I greater than j. That is, all the elements below the principal diagonal are all zeros. So the example is 138, 04, minus 5, 002 is an upper triangular matrix. If you observe this example, 142 is the principal diagonal and all the elements lying below the principal diagonal, they are all equal to zeros. Hence it is an example for upper triangular matrix. Next, coming to the principal diagonal of a matrix. So in a square matrix, the set of all Aij for which I is equal to j, that is the ith row position and column position, if they are equal, those elements are known as principal diagonal elements, and the line joining those principal diagonal elements is called principal diagonal. So here one important point is principal diagonal exists only in the case of a square matrix. Now what are the diagonal elements in a matrix? If A is equal to Aij of order n by n, the elements Aij of capital A for which I is equal to j, that is A11, A22, so on, ANN are called the diagonal elements of capital A. So in this example, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 is the given matrix. So in this matrix, 1, 5, 9 are the diagonal elements. So what is the diagonal matrix? A square matrix is said to be a diagonal matrix if Aij is equal to 0 for I not equal to j. That is, all the elements except the principal diagonal are all zeros. So then we call that matrix as diagonal matrix. So by the definition we can observe that diagonal matrix is both lower as well as upper triangular matrix, right? So here if d1, d2, so on dn are the diagonal elements in the diagonal matrix, we can represent that diagonal matrix as diag of d1, d2, so on dn. For example, if A is equal to diag of 3, 1, minus 2, so what is the expansion of that diag of 3, 1, minus 2? So that is the matrix of order 3 by 3 where 3, 1, minus 2 are the principal diagonal elements, and except that principal diagonal all other elements are equal to zeros. Next, now we will see the main important thing, that is rank of a matrix. So here let us start with a matrix A of order m by n. If A is a null matrix, that is if all the elements in that matrix are all zeros, we call that matrix as a null matrix. If A is a null matrix, we define its rank to be 0. If A is a non-zero matrix, we say that R is the rank of A if the first condition is every R plus 1th order minor of A is 0 and at least one rth order minor of A which is not 0. So here minor means the determinant, right? So it is the rank of a matrix is denoted by row of A and is read as rank of A. So here the main points regarding rank of a matrix. First point is rank of a matrix is unique. So next, every matrix will have a rank, whether the matrix is rectangular or square, it does not matter, every matrix will have a rank. If A is a matrix of order m by n, then rank of A will be less than or equal to minimum of m comma n. And if rank of A is equal to R, then every minor of A of order R plus 1 is 0. Rank of the identity matrix In is n. If A is a matrix of order n and A is non-singular, that means det of A not equal to 0, then obviously rank of A is n. If A is a singular matrix of order n, then rank of A is less than n. And what are the elementary transformations on a matrix? So here we can apply certain transformations on the matrix, right, for deciding its rank. So the first elementary transformation is interchange of ith row and jth row, that is denoted by Ri if and only if Rj. Second condition, second transformation, if ith row is multiplied with k, then it is denoted by Ri implies Kri. If all the elements of ith row are multiplied with k and added to the corresponding elements of jth row, then it is denoted by Rj implies Rj plus k into Ri. If I replace the letter R by C, that is C stands for column. So then if I replace R by C in all the above three rules, we will get the elementary transformations related to column, right? So the elementary operations on a matrix do not change its rank. And what is meant by equivalence of matrices? So if B is a matrix obtained from A after a finite number of elementary transformations applied on A, then B is said to be equivalent to A. It is denoted by B tilde A. What is the echelon form of a matrix? So here a matrix is said to be in echelon form if 0 rows, if any exist, they should be below the non-zero row. 0 row means if all the elements are equal to zeros, the type of rows should be at the below the non-zero rows. The first non-zero entry in each non-zero row is equal to 1. The third condition is the number of zeros before the first non-zero element in a row is less than the number of such zeros in the next row. So here the number of non-zero rows in echelon form of A, that will decide the rank of A, and the rank of the transpose of a matrix is same as that of the rank of the original matrix. So if I find out the rank of a matrix, and if I have applied the transpose on that A, then I have find the rank of the A transpose, then there will not be any change in the rank. And here in the above echelon form, the condition 2 is optional. That means there is no guarantee that every element, every non-zero element that is in the non-zero row, the first non-zero entry in each non-zero row is 1. It is not definite, right? It is not guaranteed. So here I have taken up one practical problem where find the rank of the matrix A by reducing it into echelon form. So here A is 2, 3, 7, 3 minus 2, 4, 1 minus 3 minus 1. Now I am going to apply the row transformations on capital A. So let us start with the interchanging of rows, where we always search for the first row first column element as 1, because there is a flexibility in applying the transformations. So that's why I have interchanged the first row and the last row. So R1 if and only if R3. So then I am getting A equivalent to interchange. After that I am going to make 3, 2 as zeros. So for that I have designed row transformations. R2 implies R2 minus 3R1, R3 implies R3 minus 2R1. And in the next case I will divide the second row by 7 and third row by 9, because 7 is common in the second row, 9 is common in the third row. Then I will get 1 minus 3 minus 1, 0, 1, 1, 0, 1, 1. Finally I should get one more 0 in the third row. So that's why I will apply R3 implies R3 minus R2. So now we have reached a stage where the second row is having a single 0 and the third row is having 3 zeros. That means there should be an increase in the number of zeros when we move from top row to next row, right? So when we move from first row to last row, there should be an increase in the number of zeros. So clearly this is known as echelon form of the matrix. So now the rank of the matrix A is nothing but the number of non-zero rows. So if you count the number of non-zero rows, they are 2. So that's why the rank of the matrix is 2. So again there is a problem basing on the echelon form. Similarly we can get the rank. And normal form or echelon form or canonical form of a matrix. So here every non-zero matrix can be reduced to any one of the following forms: IR 000, IR 0, IR, IR 0, right? So IR means